Post-match comments, I'm really angry. It was a day to make a statement. There was no intensity. There was not even a desire to win. And that worries me. This game was all about complacency, wasn't it, for Barca? They thought they just had to rock up, do their thing, and they take the 3 points home.
Yeah, I think he's right. They were terrible, especially the first half, the first hour even, I would go to. No intensity, that's right. I mean, it was the strongest 11 available. We know Dembele, no Pedri, but we knew that. Then there was a couple of changes defensively. How Eric Garcia can play for this team is beyond me. He was terrible today. I mean, he's not a good footballer anyway. He's terrible. So I don't know how he can get into that team where I think even Xhaka could then be better than him at the back. It's just ridiculous. Wow. And obviously, he brought a lot of fragility to that defense where they've been the best defense in Europe this season for a reason. When Christensen and Araujo play together, they're very solid. When Eric Garcia comes in, they look terrible, and they were terrible. But it's not a reason. They had 47 crosses. I mean, since when this Barca team start playing like Tony Pulis' Stoke? I really don't know, but 47 crosses, when I think only 9 of them actually ended up a successful cross, but nothing out of them. They hardly had any chances. They just had nothing. It was really, really poor. And in a way, they're lucky that this happened when they're 7 points clear, really, because this is not the kind of game that you want and the kind of defeats that you want against a team that lost 6-2 last weekend against Girona, who'd only won 1 game all season before today. You don't want a game like that to happen when you are like really in a fight for the title. If you were just 1 point clear, 2 points clear, 3 points clear of Real Madrid, for example. So at least they still had that cushion, but it's a game to forget. Certainly to a certain extent, and learn from it as well, I think, from Xavi and the players.
Eric Garcia played for Man City, Barcelona, and he's played for Spain. I mean,
everyone says the same about Eric Garcia.
Are you saying that I could have played for Man City, Barcelona?
It was a head scratch. When you watched him play at Man City, you went, oof, that's don't fancy that. And then he gets moved back to Barcelona, and you're like, holy smokes. And he plays for Spain. Well, I'm not picking him out in terms of this game, but he's just one of those players you look at and think, I don't know how he gets in that Barcelona team. Xhaka mentioned it earlier when we were doing the live show. This smacked of Real Madrid counted himself out the league title race yesterday.
Yep.
It did, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Complacency, the league's over, Real Madrid couldn't get the job done, had to come back and get a late equaliser against 10 men. We're going to romp this division. We're playing Almeria, as Joe said, they've been really struggling, fighting for survival, and that's a wake-up call for them. Bearing in mind they've got 3 big games coming up against Real Madrid.
Yes.
The whole momentum could switch. Although, having watched Real Madrid yesterday, and they just cannot take this Champions League, whatever it is, into their domestic league at the moment.
Yeah.
They just can't seem to do it. But they've got an opportunity. They have got an opportunity they didn't think they were going to get to at least put some more pressure on this Barcelona side.
Yeah, you take a look at the odds. Obviously, Barcelona is still massive favourites, Shaq. It's interesting to see what response they have to this. How much is this a result? A kick up the backside. You know, you're not going to be given points, even if you're away against Almeria. Or how much is this a real slump?
Well, the last two results, I have to say, was a kick up the backside to Barcelona as to what's expected of them. And Jules is right. Thankfully, it happens at a time where you're still 7 points clear of Real Madrid. And you can take that as a lesson learned. And this, again, is just another test of Xavi's own managerial nous, as it were, because this league is Barcelona's to lose, given their struggles, given all the implications financially. They have to win the league from at this point in. And now it's up to those players to recognize that disappointment and turn it around. Because if they somehow manage to throw this away, get rid of the lot of them.
Out of Europa League. Out of Europa League.
Yeah. Well, out of the Champions League initially, which got you in the Europa League.
Right, out of that to Man United, and deservedly so. Looking like clear favourites. If they were to blow that, I mean, it would be a horrendous look for Xavi, to be quite frank with you. And that's why Real Madrid need to try and put as much pressure on as possible. Carlo Ancelotti is under less pressure in that situation than Xavi.
It's just waking up the Real Madrid players. Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.